Hello again, music fans. I am back here for another music collection update, and we have four physical media albums and three digital albums. Okay, but before I get to that, I wanted to comment a little bit about the Megadeth movie that has recently come out. In conjunction with what would be their supposedly their last album. So the movie is Behind the Mask, and I was lucky enough that movie theater in my city did show the film, and I went, and it was pretty good. But let me just tell you, for those who haven't seen it, what it's not. Okay, so it's not a concert film, even though I kind of would have preferred that, because that would have been really cool, seeing a Megadeth concert on the big screen with really good sound and all that. But anyway, it's not that. What it is it's, as Dave Mustaine himself puts it, a listening party for the new album, or rather, their new album, which is their again supposedly their last studio album. Okay, the self-titled Megadeth, which I don't have yet, but I will soon. All right, so it's a listening party for all of the tracks. I believe two of the tracks have the music videos, which are shown in the film, and the rest are pretty much what you would call lyric videos. So they they do play the whole album, and Dave does a track by track commentary on each of the songs. Okay, and interspersed within that, it's a little bit about the history of Megadeth. From their beginnings. Some musings from Dave, and Dave is the only member that speaks, directly to the camera. So it's his show, like it's always been. The members, past and present, get mentioned, some only in passing. You know, um, Dave Ellefson, who was with him, I believe, the longest, he is gets a little bit more mentions. Sometimes he's referred simply as Ellefson, and the Rust in Peace era lineup, which is the classic lineup, that get mentioned a bit, but not much. The the current lineup, which quite frankly I couldn't tell you who they were. Which the same goes for, I don't know, the past 10 years or so of Megadeth. I really couldn't tell you who was in the band in what album, even though I have enjoyed Megadeth's latter day output. Anyway, the movie was pretty good. I did enjoy it. Had, like I said, pretty good sound, and the album I know has received mixed reviews, to put it lightly. Most have been very lukewarm reviews. But anyway, I do plan on getting it. But now let's get to the CDs. The first one is by the Spanish power metal band Tierra, which I have seen live, even though this CD, curiously enough, I did not buy it when I went to see them, which was last year, or was it in 2020? Yes, I think it was early 2025 when I saw them. Okay, and it was when I went to see Stradivarius, and the opening band for that show was another power metal band from Spain called Sylvania, and for some reason, one of the merch stands there had some imported CDs, imported for me because this is from Spain, from Maldito Records. Okay, that's a label from over there, and this is a good album. Not great, there have been better. What I really don't like is that there's a couple of ballads here that are just ultimate cringe. I mean, completely skippable, totally cheesy. I'm kind of over having ballads on an album. That's kind of an 80s thing, and you know, there's no need for it anymore. Okay, you don't need to have ballads on your album, especially not two of them. All right, but anyway, this is a decent album, not anywhere near their best, but glad to have it in the collection. Now, one that is a fantastic album. Okay, again, tied to what I was saying earlier about the Megadeth movie. This was also a movie. This is The Warning, and this is a live album, a two CD live album, which is called En Vivo desde el Auditorio Nacional, which means live from the National Auditorium, which is an auditorium that's very famous. That's over in Mexico City. Okay, a lot of really big artists have played there, and this is just all all of the from CD1, CD2. It's just straight ahead great hard rock. I love this album. Okay, and like I said, there's a concert movie that has this this album. Okay, so they recorded themselves over 2 nights uh, for a concert film, which was recently released in movie theaters, and I really do hope they release it for on DVD and Blu-ray because I do want to get it. Though there are a lot of snippets of it on YouTube. But anyway, the warning: these three Mexican girls from the city of Monterrey, Mexico, who do just fantastic modern sounding hard rock, and I love it. Okay, just like I said, front to back, this is a killer album. Now we go with Dream Theater, Parasomnia. Okay, progressive metal legends that we all know. Like all Dream Theater albums, this takes a while to sink in, but when it does, there are a lot of gems in here. Really good. There's an overall theme here. I don't know if you could call it a concept album, but I think you could. About sleep, dreams, nightmares, that sort of thing. Parasomnia. Really enjoyed it. Of course, this is the one that has the return of Mike Portnoy on drums, of course. Digipack. There you go. Pretty good. Still have to give it a few more spins before I really, I can really grasp it. And now one that is not metal, but it is a bit, not metal at all actually, but it is a bit metal adjacent. And here we have the sadly departed Marianne Faithfull. Okay, of course, us metal fans know her because she was the female voice in the Metallica song, which was, I'll put it down here right now. It escapes me. Okay, from the either from the Load or the Reload album. All right. So this is a 20th Century Masters, the best of Marianne Faithfull. Of course, she was known for her a 60s folky, ballady type of music. Okay. There she is. Marianne Faithfull. Now let's go on to the digital purchases, of which there are 3 from 2 different bands. So 1 from one band and 2 from another. The first one, I'm going to put the covers over here on the side, is from the band Ancients. Okay, that's Ancient with 2 eyes right there. And the album is called, let me put my glasses on, Heart of Oak. Okay, Heart of Oak. And as you can see from the cover, it has a very, shall we say, folk horror type of vibe to it. I really like it. There's some really great passages. This is some harsh vocals, but mostly I would call it progressive metal with a lot of ambience. Pretty damn heavy. A lot of great riffs here, a lot of great songs. Ancients. They have this. This is one of their earlier albums. I don't know if it's their first one, because they have a couple of others that I do want to get to. Okay. And now for the other digital purchases is from the band Byzantine. Now I cannot believe that I had never heard of this band. Okay, because they are just right up my alley. Proggy, super heavy. Some harsh death metal vocals at times combined with really good clean vocals, and riffs for days. I mean, this is a rifforama, just which is something that is missing, I believe, from a lot of modern metal. A lot of modern metal is just all about the chugging, and that's cool, but I need some cool riffs. And these 2 albums, which are again, my glasses, which are the cicada tree and to release is to resolve. Okay, both are really good albums, really great albums with some really cool covers, as you'll see here on the side. And like I said, memorable songs, great riffs, just riffs that they hold on to. You know, the band knows when they have a good riff, they pummel you with it, and then hit you with some go on a left turn, come back to that riff. Really cool stuff. Like I said, I can't believe I have never heard of this band, but a Byzantine. If you haven't heard them, because they aren't talked about it a lot. I certainly don't see them talked about a lot here on other metal music channels. But Byzantine, I highly recommend it. If you like the heavier death metal stuff, if you like the proggy stuff, if you just like the traditional metal stuff with cool riffs, and I mean, who doesn't? This is for you. All right. I'm wearing my Cafra, which is a local thrash metal band, a Deja Vu shirt. They recently toured here, the northern part of Mexico, doing some of their, like a greatest hits tour kind of. That's why it's called the Deja Vu, which is also the name of one of their albums. Okay, and well, I haven't gone to any major shows. The last one I went was Stradivarius. I have gone to a couple of local shows, with this band, and also one where there were some a splattering of other local bands, But I'm still waiting to see if there's going to be any major international bands coming my way for this 2026. Well, that's it for this update. Thank you very much for watching. Keep rocking.